Now, live, it's Friday Football Frenzy, sponsored by Campo Roof. If you've got a leak or an aging roof, call Campo.
Let's go, boy. Come on. Hey, they give us this, we what? They give us this, we what? They give us this, we what? Yeah, come on, hey. 2 colors of hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Black Tigers of Cuyahoga Falls ready to go tonight. Getting fired up for week 8.
Week 8, 2 months we've been doing this.
This is amazing. It always goes so fast. I think everyone associated with high school football always talks about this every year. It's like, hey, it's week 1, we're ready to go, and you blink and you're a month in.
You're already here.
And right now, it's already week 8. We had some great matchups. I was deep in Lorain County tonight, but we were also down in Akron where we had a huge game between Akron-Hoban and Glenville, and that's where we sent Ashley Holder.
Glenville and Hoban are both coming off a week of rest as the two square off tonight here at Dowd Field. The Tarblooders were able to start off the season with a huge upset win over Massillon. Can they do the same tonight against the Knights and throw off their playoff seeding? Let's get to the highlights. First quarter, Hoban up 3-0. Glenville answers right back. Arvell Nelson finds Joseph Saffold. He gets in for 6. Tarblooders missed the extra point, so it's 6-3 at this point. We're going to stay in the first. Hoban up now. Nick Kinsey on 1st and 10. Can't hold on to it after the snap and fumbles it. And the Tarblooders get to it first. Glenville converts the turnover into points. Only 3, though. 9-3 Glenville at this point. Second quarter now. Tarblooders back in the end zone after the punt. A crucial holding call gets Hoban the safety. Hoban goes into the half down 9-5. Third quarter now, Glenville defense getting active. DeAndre Taylor takes down Peyton Cook. He didn't even have a chance right there. Then fourth quarter now, here's where it gets interesting. After the punt, Hoban has its back against the wall. The Knights trying to get out of the end zone. While they do that, it looks like they fumbled. Sincere Johnson is saying they have it. The referees take it over. They look at it for a while, and they decide in favor of Hoban, and instead it's second down, and that would be the downfall for Glenville at this point. Brayton Feaster gets the handoff. He finds a hole, and that's all she wrote. He takes it 99 yards for the score. Hoban holds on to win this one 12-9. Ashley Holder, 19 News.
At Nordonia, it was 20-7 Wadsworth when I got there in the second quarter. Knights quarterback Stephen Fakeholt over the middle. Dalton Jackson goes up, tips it, but it's Jameer Davis right there. The ball's just dropped in. Makes it look easy. Davis, 91 yards for the score. Knights get themselves right back in this thing. It's a 6-point game. Grizzlies answered right back. Quarterback Bryson Hall, 57-yard strike to Jalen King, who takes it the distance. Wadsworth up 27-14. Knights get right back to work. Fakehold handoff to Connor Wapham, cutting through the defense, gets the first down and then some. That sets up this next play. Knights going on the ground once again. Joey Nagy stays up, powers his way into the end zone. Nordonia once again cuts it to 7. First half, this one was just back and forth. Paul DeCalix limp, using his legs, goes right down the sideline, in for the score. Second half, though, Wadsworth handled their business. They win 62-21.
All right, Lake County League action tonight. Brookside traveling to Black River. And Brookside, you know, the 4th and 1, they go to this truck and they get the first down. But then the drive would stall and Black River would take over. They have a really good offense. A big ball here, a big strike. This gets him down inside the 15-yard. Out of the way, Blue, come on, ref! And they would cash the points on the very next play into the end zone. Touchdown, Black River. Big win tonight, 42-0.
All right, Brecksville Broadview Heights at Hudson, opening drive for the Explorers. Trying to convert on 4th and 1. They don't get it. Bees standing tall on defense. They get the ball back. 3rd and 6 now for Brecksville. Quarterback Nate Hennegaard trying to go over the middle, too high. Kyler Boyle, right place, right time, makes a play with the big pick. Hudson now setting up shop in the red zone. Quarterback Hayden Lipinski, handoff. Brennan Funyak takes it in. Hudson strikes for 7-0, and they keep it rolling. for the rest of the night. Hudson wins 27-0.
All right, more Lorain County League action. Keystone at home tonight against Columbia. Raiders looking to stay undefeated. Second quarter, they're up 6-0. Wesley Sanders on the QB keep. Move those sticks. And then on 3rd and 1, they go to Sanders again. And he just, I mean, that's a quarterback being hit by like 8 dudes. And he moves the pile. Moments later, they get the touchdown. They go up 12-0. They add the 2-point conversion. They go up 14-0. And then 4th and 1, Keystone, Wyatt McKee stuffed by Jose Rivera. Said, no way, Jose! And then Rivera makes a play here out of the backfield, catching the pass, and they get it down inside the 15-yard line. And then 4th and goal, this is like right before the half. Sanders cuts it loose, and he's intercepted, but not enough of that for Keystone tonight. Columbia wins on the road, 21-7.
We got some fans grilling up burgers. Ooh, that looks nice in Cuyahoga Falls at the brand new Lambert Stadium. Just the second game played on this turf. First quarter, first play. Black Tigers kicking to Copley, and Indian senior Bryce Martin fields the opening kickoff from the 10-yard line. Let's go ahead and hit the fast forward. 90-yard house call, first play of the game. Copley up 7-0. Indians got the ball back still in the first quarter. Sophomore quarterback Dane Winiger pass to Jacob Zachowski, reaches inside the pylon. This win should lock in a home playoff game for Copley in a few weeks.
All right, just a few miles north on Wyoga Lake Road. CVCA hosting NDCL, second quarter Lions ball. Blitz is coming. Paul Tepley, first one to get home. A sack would take us to halftime. 35-0 Royals while the band plays. Second half, here's a great example of what CVCA did to NDCL's passing game tonight. They shut it down. It's Braden Harris there finding the interception. And the clock running into the fourth quarter. Now, our research, our crack staff tells us this is the first time that these two parochial schools have ever played. Late in the game, Lions' Brady Capel option toss to Casey McInnery. Untouched for the score, but it barely put a dent into the lead. CVCA locks up the home playoff game. They win it 35-7. Clinching a bye week is next for them.
All right, now to Lake County, Jerome T. Osborne Stadium in Minner. Undefeated Cardinals welcome in the Red Raiders of Shaker Heights. Shaker Heights had a tough time in this one. Just ask Quinn Malone, nephew of our morning anchor Jamie Sullivan, goes deep, overthrows his intended receiver. Minner would take over and responds. Brogan Jones goes deep. He's going to find Logan Burwald. Trust us, folks. It's hard to see. It's a touchdown. I promise. Cardinals up 7-0. Red Raiders make a play late in the first quarter. Jones rolling out to the right for his receiver. Andrew Murray steps in front for the pick. In Minner territory, Shaker could do nothing off the turnover. Second quarter, Minner takes control of the game. Jackson Farley for the score. 14-0 Cardinals at that point. Minner shuts out Shaker Heights 49-0, the final score.
Now, Schwab's Pick of the Week, sponsored by the Cleveland Furniture Company. Family owned, Cleveland proud.
All right, time for my pick of the week. This time I went with a Lake County showdown in western part of Lake County. CVCA battle between a pair of 6-1 teams. Wickliffe Blue Devils hosting the Rootstown Rovers. Let's go off to Wickliffe for the highlights tonight. It was 17-0 Blue Devils at the start of the third quarter when photojournalist Scott Piker arrived. Third quarter belonged to the visiting Rovers. Quarterback Blake Mully with the pump fake and then takes off 16 yards to the end zone. Rootstown on the board, but they were down 17-7. Then after Wickliffe fumbles the first play of the next possession, Rootstown recovers, and Damian Rooting into the end zone, and they're down 3. All right, Wickliffe would answer early in the fourth. Drew Rossman, a 33-yard field goal. Blue Devils up 20-14. Back come the Rovers. It's Rooting again. This time takes the pitch. A 6-yard house call. Extra point was missed after an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. The game was tied at 20. That's a big mix. Wickliffe then eats up over 7 minutes of the final 8 of the game, and they get the game-winning touchdown from Jamie Feaster. 27-20, the final.
Weaver looking around, decides to look for the end zone. He's got him! Touchdown, Titans!
Vince Lance Weaver to Andre Alexander and Berea Mid-Park ties it up early, but in the third, Olmsted Falls blows it open. Cam Pesh to Logan Conley, nobody home. 40-yard score. And when these guys get rolling, they're dangerous.
Goodness.
This is Owen Radigan to the house, 63 yards. Falls takes down the Titans 46-12.
Efert hanging that one deep down the left side as a receiver, and that's going to go to the house.
This is how it looked on the Rock. Savion Lewis, a 70-yard bomb, just like Jeff Coyner used to do it for VASJ. Second quarter, they go deep again. Joe Efert to Jameer Martimus, and the Vikings blow out Gilmore 59-10. VASJ now 6-1.
Well, our Rock game of the week last night is not only a Cleveland West Conference competition, but a crosstown rivalry battle for bragging rights. A trophy to go with it, too. Our Rachel Veda was there to tell you all about it.
The Westlake Demons aren't just coming into our game of the week looking for a win. They're fighting to commandeer the Westwood Cup from the Rocky River Pirates for the first time in rivalry history.
The Westwood Cup is named after the Westwood Country Club, whose property stretches across the Westlake and Rocky River border. When the neighboring teams played against each other in 2019 for the first time in years, the tradition of bringing the communities together for camaraderie and trying to claim the cup was born.
Yeah, this is a big one. Crosstown rival. Our kids are really excited. I know a lot of the kids on the teams know each other, so we played them tough last year, so we're hoping to do the same thing tonight.
In all four meetings so far, the Pirates have plundered the Demons. Given the 6-1 Pirates have outscored their last Cleveland West Conference opponents 164-28 under the leadership of Josh Wells, they're looking to do the same to the 2-5 Demons.
What does this rivalry mean to you as the winningest head coach in Rocky River history?
You know, it's a fun game to play in. Neighborhood rivals, kids you grew up playing against each other. A few years ago, we made it a trophy game. You can see it right over there. I mean, it's just a really fun game, fun atmosphere. Every year we play this game.
So will the trophy stay here in Westlake, or will it head back on the bus to ride to Rocky River? I'm Rachel Veda reporting at your Game of the Week for Friday Football Frenzy. You're about to find out.
Thanks, Rachel. Let's get to the highlights. First quarter, Ryan Taylor, Pirates quarterback, flushed out of the pocket, rushes to his right, throws on the run. Look at this grab. Henry Ward in double coverage. That puts the ball inside the 10-yard line. Taylor hits Tristan Hughes. That guy's a stud. Muscles his way in for 6. Rocky River up 7-0. Pirates offense already back in the Demons territory. Blitz coming. Taylor goes on the run. I don't know how. He keeps his balance, throws into coverage. Tommy DeFranco hauls in the pick. The ball was tipped by like 3 different guys before it found his gloves, but Westlake couldn't do anything with it. Second quarter play action, a bullet. Daniel Berg. River now 5-0 in this rivalry since the iconic Westwood Cup trophy was introduced. They win 43-13.
All right, follow Rock Entertainment Sports Network on social media at Watch Rock Sports. We're traveling to local high schools all season to feature your teams on Game of the Week. Find your school on our Instagram. Follow, like, comment, and share your team's post. The school with the most engagement will win Game of the Week fan favorite, and your student section will be featured.
I mean, they're good on the line. Like, it's like the blitz, the pass. How is it so easy to go through there? Is Irene man?
All right, after the break, a chance to go under the headset of national championship winning coach Tom Lombardo. Friday Night Frenzy. We'll be right back after this.
You're watching Friday Football Frenzy, sponsored by Campo Roof. If you've got a leak or an aging roof, call Campo.
Come here real quick. Timing is everything. You can't be so hyped up. Get the timing set, and if we time it, we're going to bust it. Let's do it. Make good, accurate passes, throw it on time, make good decisions, read the smash, watch the corner comes down, we'll see. If they give us one-on-one in the yo right left, we'll take a track throw.
Take it either way?
Yeah, well, yeah. Should be good. Stack. Off the edge. 44 never saw the ball. Duo right. Robert, look. See how they react here. Throw it. Oh, I think it's a two come down. Oh, got it. More importantly, who got through? He should be a good max protection. Good job. Way to stay in the pocket. Run a little pressure. Wait. 41, we just went by. We got it all day long. All right, we'll keep mixing it up here. All right, I got the second part of the script here. All right. He's got to go to 36. Tell him 36. Pick it. You're kidding me. Flat, outside of us, touchdown. You got to have a spy on the front. Like, you can't just do it with those guys up front. So Joe should have 16 here. There we go.
Stay. Go score. Yes! Let's go.
Nice going, guys. Nice going, fellas.
So a behind-the-scenes look. Thanks to Coach for wearing the mic. That was last week. The Eagles tonight hosting Clarkson North out of Toronto. They forgot to cover Joe Moore.
It happens.
Just easy all alone, 7-0 Eds. Second quarter, Johnny Ivanchik to Zach Hackelman. Great blocking, cruises in. 14-0. Then the defense pitching in, doing their part with a pick. Landon Lamer, and he is gone. Off to the races, 42-23. Eds now 7-1.
All right, each high school football season is a unique experience. So how does that affect a coach's approach to teaching his players over time? Well, Rachel Veda has been learning the answer for nearly a decade.
What's the most important lesson you teach your players beyond the playbook? That's a question I've been asking one of Ohio's most decorated and respected head football coaches, St. Edward Eagles' Tom Lombardo.
Before flying to the Eagles' nest, Tom Lombardo's head coaching career began when he took over Lake Catholic from his father-in-law, the legendary John Gibbons, in 1999. The Cougars won the 2001 Division III state championship in Lombardo's third and final season there. He then became an assistant coach under Gibbons' leadership at St. Ed's from 2002 to 2006. Lombardo became a head coach again when he then led the Highland Hornets for 8 years before taking the helm at St. Ed's in 2015. The same season, he won his first state title with the Eagles. With nearly 2 decades of experience already under his belt at the time, I first asked him what the most important lesson he teaches his players is when high school football coaches Beyond the Playbook was just my senior documentary for John Carey University in 2017.
You know, being in a Catholic school, we go to Mass before every game. I think if they could somehow put the team above their individuality, that's key. So that camaraderie, that togetherness, that playing for tradition, that playing for something greater than themselves, I think is probably the best lesson to get out of football.
Fast forward 5 years later, after winning the 2018, 2021, and soon-to-be 2022 state title, I asked him again.
What would you say is the most important lesson that you teach your players?
You know, have class when you play hard, hustle, have fun playing and hustle, be enthusiastic about it, enjoy the game. What else would you rather do in high school football? You get the chance to play in front of a great venue against great teams, chance to win a state title, enjoy the moment, play hard, have fun, and do it with class.
He won his third consecutive championship in 2023, so I asked him a third time in 2025.
What would you say now is the most important lesson that you teach your players beyond the playbook?
Well, we talk about A, B, C, D. You know, accountability, be a good teammate, compete, and do the right thing. And I think if you do those 4 things, if you have to be accountable first to have a good team. Because if there's no accountability in a team, you don't have a team. You know, and then that leads to being a good teammate, helping each other compete, you know, against each other in practice, to strive together to get better, and then do the right thing. And if you do it with some E, enthusiasm, you're good to go.
What do you attribute all of your success to?
Having a plan, staying the course, mostly being in great places, you know, with really, really good players that bought in. You know, it's really special to have people that love football and as much as you do, and kind of come at it together for a common goal in high school, which is to win a state title.
Coaching seems to be the family business, not just with you and your father-in-law, John, but his son, your brother-in-law, Marty Gibbons, also following in your footsteps as Lake Catholic's head coach. And speaking of John, you surpassed his winningest head coach record at St. Ed's years ago. So is there a family rivalry?
Back in '99, and then we won it in 2001, and Mike Gibbons, who played on that team and the captain, just got in the Hall of Fame there and everything. So, you know, it's a cool story. It's you know, just the values and lessons you learn from seeing how the Gibbons family operated, and you know, coaching through a season, how important it was to their family. And I took a lot from that, and I was able to see that at a young age.
But your longtime rival, the iconic St. Ignatius head coach Chuck Heil, called his coaching career a vocation. How would you describe yours?
You know, when I heard him say that, it kind of sums it up. You know, because that you're not really doing it. You get satisfaction because you love the sport and you love the game, and you wouldn't be in it without that. But more importantly, I think we choose a teaching profession to impact kids, and I think that's what any, you know, if a priest has a vocation, a teacher has a vocation, and coaching is just you know, another form of teaching.
You're watching Friday Football Frenzy, sponsored by Campo Roof. If you've got a leak or an aging roof, call Campo.
Welcome back. Lake Catholic and White on the road at Padua, and they get on the board first here in the first as Max Paisano keeps it for the touchdown. Cougars driving again. They punch it in once more. Michael Valentino from the 6th. Lake Catholic pitches the shutout 30-0. They're now 6-2.
All right, Avon and White tonight at Amherst. This is Blake Elder rolling and firing to a wide-open Grant Barr in the end zone. Eagles up 7-0 early. Special teams comes up big here for the champs. Finn Jordanic on the punt run, punt return, picking and weaving, and down the sideline. Little cutback, nearly took it the distance. Instead, it's 56 yards. I think he ran 156 to get there. Down to the Amherst 10. They'd score again, up 14-0. Then just before the break, Elder to Barr one more time, and Avon wins its 6th in a row. They are now 7-1, 34-0 the final.
All right, well, if you missed any of the show, you can catch it again on the streams starting Saturday at 8 a.m. on 19 News Plus.
All right, it's been another fun week of the Frenzy. The Friday Night Lights always outstanding in Northeast Ohio. It paid off again tonight. We're going to send you out with the Marching Explorers from Hudson. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Rachel Veda, Ashley Holder, Leah Doherty, I'm Mark Schwab. See you.